Here we are on the iconic Devil's Elbow, soon to be renamed the Vincent's Devil's Elbow, after the very famous family that have been down this racetrack many, many times in the past. But we remember, of course, Chris Vincent, who is an icon of sidecars. Not bad on a solo bike either, it has to be said. And alongside me are son and daughter, Jason and Tracy, thank you very much, and Stuart Hickin from Mallory Park, of course. Max couldn't make it, Jay. He's in Spain, of course, your brother.
Yeah, he's out in Spain. He's a busy man out there. He tried his hardest to get here, but just couldn't make it in the end, unfortunately. So he's just sent all the best, and everybody's here taking videos and stuff. So we'll be showing him all about it.
I have to say that it's very rare that an iconic corner like Devil's Elbow is renamed in anybody's name. So it's a big honour. You must be feeling quite honoured that this iconic piece of racetrack in Britain is named after your dad.
Absolutely. You know, it's a massive honour. You know, I'm so proud. You know, our dad, he just brought us up with motorbikes, and we live 2 miles down the road in Shilton. So Mallory Park's just been part of our life since day one. And like you say, now for it to be named this Vincent's Devil's Elbow is just absolute amazing.
Tracy, it brings a tear to my eye, so I don't know what it's doing for you as daughter of a very famous, iconic man, now named on an iconic racetrack.
Exactly. I mean, we've been brought up with this track. It's the friendly one, and we've always been here, so it is an honour. It's very nice. Thank you.
And I have to say that Stuart Hickin, man of the Mallory Park, you've always had this kind of thing in your mind, haven't you? These historic events. The people that were involved in historic events from years ago, you've always managed to look after, to make sure that we're all remembered.
I hope so. I mean, for me, the 60s were unbelievably, you know, watching their dad dicing with Owen Greenwood, and I mean that was war with the guys out there. If you were a Greenwood fan, then there were plenty of punch-ups. But just, he was the king of drift down here. Absolutely, a sight to behold.
These events are never easy to put on, that's for sure, because people get old, motorcycles get old, and it's difficult to coordinate something along these lines. But how about this weekend? Yeah,
I think we've concentrated really on not so many riders, but more interesting bikes. I mean, I have to thank Mike Brady, who owns that BSA and the 2 BMWs, and many, many more people that bought really, really interesting motorcycles to have a look at, because I think that's what motorcyclists are about.
Sidecars, it's always an issue, isn't it, with sidecars? They've been done down as a group of people, and yet the engineering and the talent that we have in Britain for sidecar racing has been second to none, right from the very earliest days right up to date.
Yeah, for sure, and in some ways probably they've been their own downfall with then closing the outfits, because there was no sight going into Gerrard's on a sitter with the handlebars going from lock to lock. So in some ways maybe being fully enclosed has not helped. I am a sidecar fan, although I'm a solo man. I love sidecars, and I don't know how we're going to get them out the doldrums, because when most guys take the helmet off, they've got less air than me, which is quite difficult.
And it's blowing my hair around when I've carefully placed it as well. You've got no problem with that though, Jay, have you?
No, easy. I save a fortune in them hairdressers, I do.
Tell me about it when you were growing up. Obviously your dad being as good as he was in a sidecar. You never fancied any sidecar shenanigans yourself?
No, not at all really. I mean, we got brought up in the back garden, riding around, you know, from about 4 years old, and obviously on just little Pee-wees and Artel jets and stuff. And no, it's never sort of materialised, the fact of sidecars, and we just ended up going motocross and then started road racing, and naturally just went down that road really.
But here we are in a proud moment at the moment. The icon that is Devil's Elbow, now renamed Vincent's Devil's Elbow, and I have to say, big round of applause to the Vincent family, please, ladies and gentlemen. And of course to all the support the sidecar guys have given us here this weekend as well. Please do come down into the paddock and come and see and support everybody that's here. And a big thank you to Stuart Hickin as well, who's made it all worthwhile. Thank you very much, Stuart. And to the full Vincent family for turning out en masse behind us. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot, Keith. We are now going to head over and speak to some of the sidecar guys that are with us this weekend to understand what an honourable moment this is. They might be trying to head off, but we'll see if we can get a couple words out of some of them at least. We'll jump over here to the number 14 squad. Guys, looks like you might be heading back in a short moment, but if we could just grab a few words out of you to talk about how it feels to be here and be part of this incredible moment and the renaming of the corner to the Vincent's Devil's Elbow.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. Nice day, nice weather, some good fun.
Absolutely. And was Chris someone you knew or raced against, or just a hero of yours potentially?
Just an hero.
Yeah, he was certainly a hero of this track and indeed of this sport as well. But still, it's great to be back here at the 1,000 Bikes, and again, here with your sidecar, you've been part of this moment where you can honour, as you said, a hero of yours. So going forward, as we get some loud noises over in the corner, again, just must be a special weekend in general.
Yeah, definitely.
That's us here. Well, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend. Looks like the sidecar guys are going to be heading and making their way back to the paddock after this moment. So we'll say thank you to Chris Vincent for all his heroics, and again a big thank you to the Vincent family for showing up and showing their support. A big thank you to Mallory Park for allowing us to be here and experience such an incredible moment as we rename this corner after a true legend of this track and of this sport, now the Vincent's Devil's Elbow.